morning, students. This is Shanu sir. Welcome back to computer class. Last class, we've learned the topic digital signature. That is chapter 8, page 107. The question that we've learned: define the term authentication, explain the term password, explain the digital signature process, explain the term biometrics and types of biometrics, that is fingerprint, variant scans, face recognition, and voice recognition. Today, we start with the next topic, that is DOS attack and online banking or shopping, chapter 8, page 108. The question that we learn today, that is define the term DOS attack, explain the effects and prevention of DOS attack, explain why it is more secure to use drop down boxes rather than entering characters using a keyboard, give a reason why the system asks for 4 characters chosen at random, name and describe another measure that the bank could introduce to improve the security of their website. So let's start. Go to page 108 of chapter 8 in your textbook. Here we are. Denial of service attack. This is DOS attack. So let me explain from the book first. A denial of service attack, DOS, is an attempt at preventing users from accessing part of a network, notably an internet server. This is usually temporary but may be a very damaging act or a big breach of security. It doesn't just affect networks, an individual can also be a target for such an attack. The attacker may be able to prevent a user from accessing their emails, accessing website web pages, accessing online services such as banking. So, as we know that denial of service attack is something that hackers uh, uh, use to affect the users to prevent getting the services from the online. So now next thing, one method of attack is to flood the network with useless traffic. How does this cause the problem? Now it will explain us how it works. When a user types in or clicks on a URL of a website using their web browser, a request is sent to the internet server which contains the website or web page. Obviously, the server can only handle a finite number of requests. So if it becomes overloaded by an attacker sending out thousands of requests, it won't be able to service the user legitimate requests. This is an effective this is effectively denial of service. This can happen to a user email account, for example, by an attacker sending out many spam messages to their email account. Internet service provider only allows a specific data quota for each user. Consequently, if the attacker sends out very large or many hundreds of emails to the user's account, it will quickly get clogged up and the user won't be able to receive legitimate emails. When your memory is full, so you won't be able to receive any further emails. So actually here in this case, hacker sends you unnecessary emails, so many emails, so it will block your memory. An individual user or a website can guard against these attacks to some degree by using an up-to-date malware by virus checker, setting up a firewall to restrict traffic to and from the internet server or user's computer, applying email filters to manage or filter out unwanted traffic or spam mail. So these are the things you can use to prevent from DOS attack. Signs that user can look out for to see if they are a victim of one of these attacks include slow network performance. So these are the signs. If you have this kind, these are the if you are facing these problems. So you may think that you have you are the victim of a DOS attack. Slow network performance, opening files or accessing certain websites, unavailability to or inability to access particular websites, large amounts of spam mail reaching the user's email account. So these are the effects, or you can understood by seeing these problems in your account. Now the next topic is application, that is online banking and online shopping. So let me read it for you. Online banking and shopping are all at risk for many of the security issues discussed earlier on. We'll now consider some of the ways banks protect their customers from online fraud. The following notes are in an addition to safeguards such as encryption, SSL, virus scanners, and many of the other ways described in the earlier part of this chapter, and refer to additional features you might see as part of the bank security system. Okay, when a customer logs onto a banking website and carries out a transaction, encryption is used to protect the customer's personal details. However, banks carry out a number of other procedures to give additional protection. No, not all of the methods described would be usually used by one bank. However, the notes give some ideas of the type of safeguards that might be encountered when a customer logs onto a bank's website. Many banks use a 10 or 12 digit code unique to the customer. Please enter your unique 12 digit code. So they can use a long digit like 10 to 12 digit codes. So you may then be asked to input three random numbers, first from a 4 digit pin, and or three characters from a 10 character password. This will vary from bank to bank, of course. So they will not ask you to type all the passwords. They can ask you to type first digit, fourth digit, or third digit. Please enter the following characters from your password and from the pin. This way they can prevent you from hacking. So some system use a handheld device into which the customer insert their card. They will be asked to enter their PIN. The device will then generate an 8-digit code which the customer types into the web page of the bank. This 8-digit code is generated from an internal clock and PIN. The bank's server and the time are both synchronized with the handheld device. The server also stores the PIN. The bank server will therefore know if the 8-digit code entered is correct. Each 8-digit code is only valid for a few minutes before it has to be redone. So they use our clock and the pin so that for the for a certain amount of time the pin is valid. After the time, the pin is not valid. Now the system defeats hackers and spyware since the code will change every time the customers log on the bank website. Some banking system ask the customer to key in parts of their password using drop down boxes. This is an attempt to defeat spyware keylogin software. Each of the requested characters from the password are entered by selecting a character from a drop down menu using a mouse, thus eliminating the use of a keyboard. There are actually keyboards whenever you are typing something by the keyboard. So actually the hackers, by using spyware software, they can easily record your key presses. But with the mouse or touch screen, if you press something, uh, it cannot be catched by the spyware software. So it's very secure to use the touch screen or mouse to like this. Please enter the following characters from your password, second, fourth, or ninth character. You can just do it the mouse. Once all these stages have been passed, some system and then ask for personal data such as you last log into the system on 15th September 2015. Is that correct? Your mobile phone number is that correct? What is your mother's maiden name? Assuming the customer successfully negotiate all of the security hurdles, they will be sent to a home page on the website. Once you are there, it is important to only use the bank's navigation tools rather than the ones at the top of the screen. Otherwise, you will be logged out of the system and you will not need to go through all the earlier steps again. So these are the way that bank uses to secure its customers from the hacking and other things. So these are the topic today we learn up to this. So now I will show you a note. From the note you can write answers of the question that I gave you today. So here's a note. So first topic is that is a denial of service attack. You can write that definition from here. Denial of service attack is an attempt at preventing users from accessing part of a network, notably an internet server. So you just write for the first line as a definition for the DOS attack. So this is usually temporary, but may be a very damaging act or a big breach of security. It doesn't just affect networks, and individual can also be a target for such an attack. So this question can come in many number of ways. So if a definition carries 1 mark, it's just like the write the first line of it. It has 4 marks or many marks, so you can write add the points from here. So the points are: a large number of requests are sent to the network server all at once, designed to flood a network server with useless traffic requests. The network server will come to a halt, stop trying to deal with all the traffic requests, prevents user from gaining access to a website or server. If you have more marks, you can just add the lines. So remember, don't write as a paragraph, write as a point for the definition. So the next thing is the attacker may be able to prevent a user from accessing their email, accessing website, accessing online service such as banking. So these are the things that you can do as a definition for the definition. Now the effect: slow network performance, opening the files in certain websites, inability or inability to access particular website, large amount of spam mail reaching the user's email account. So these are the effects you can write. Depending on the marks, you write the points. 2 marks, 2 points, 3 marks, 3 points. Prevention: using an up-to-date malware by virus checker, setting up a firewall to restrict traffic to and from the internet server or user's computer, applying email filters to manage or filter out unwanted traffic or spam emails. So prevention you can write from here. Now next, from online shopping and banking, the question that I give you here is the answer. So let me explain you. A bank offers an online service to its customer. The bank has developed a safe to use system that asks each customer to enter 4 randomly chosen characters from their password each time they log in. The customer select these 4 characters from drop down boxes. For example, please select second, fifth, sixth, and eighth character of your password. Explain why it is more secure to use drop down boxes rather than entering character using keyboard. So why it is more safe to use drop down boxes. So these are the answer. To protect against key logging software by spyware. Spyware cannot copy or record the drop down boxes, can stop key presses being recorded, can stop key presses being relayed. Drop down boxes cannot be recorded as key presses. Drop down boxes can be placed in different location on the screen each time to overcome screen capture issues. Screen capture can also be hacker can use this technology. So these actually prevent from that problem. So now next question: give a reason why it is why the system asks for 4 characters chosen at random. Hacker never find all the characters on the first hack, makes it more difficult for hackers to find the order of the characters. Hacker needs to hack the system several times to gain the whole password. Shoulder surfing will not give person full password. So these are the actually it helps if you use a random password. So hackers never understand the correct order or the complete password. It needs to hacks you several times to get the whole password. So next last question that of today: name and describe another measure that the bank could introduce to improve the security of their website. So other measure that bank can use: chip and pin reader. Only the user and the bank know which codes can be generated. Request user name, additional security together with password and pin. Uh, the username can be asked. Antivirus removes warrants of a potential virus that threat which can be passed on to the customers. Firewall to protect bank computers from virus threats and bank hacking. Encryption protects customer data by making any hack information unreadable. Security protocol governs the secure transmission of data. Biometric to recognize user through the use of facial, retina, or fingerprint. Alerts: user IP by MAC address is registered and user is alert through EG SMS if account is accessed through an unregistered address. So depending on your marks, you can write points from here: 2 marks, 2 points, 3 marks for 3 points for 3 marks. So these are the class is done for today. So thank you very much, guys. Goodbye.